this route, and it's an explosive play early for this offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Motion from the wideout. The run inside. It's Williams. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Carr. Got the back over the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Running inside, it's Young. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or hide. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Reads it, fires complete. Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Pocket breaking down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. The give is to Williams. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And it's just nice, man, to have a big tight end that can work the middle of the field. Like, I can throw it over linebackers' heads, and he's big enough to really be a target before it gets to the safeties. And they run these post patterns, man, and when you throw them on time, they're extremely hard to stop.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll run it on the counter. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to run, it's Williams. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And we got something different, guys, here in the second quarter. We got points, right? No points in the first quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They're trying to put anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. DB's right up on the receivers. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Puts it out of the air. Maybe a crease. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Unleashes one. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And wings it incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Rides to the back. He's there to make the stop.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this 3rd down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
Carr on play action. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The give is to Williams. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Carr unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll run it to the right. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They'll run it. It's Lindsey. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Run inside. It's Lacey. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. And the returner will be dragged down. Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell I just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
This one's complete. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go right back downfield. Rushes on him, and they got him.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Throws to the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And he gets it right on the cusp. Maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Defense playing a bail technique. Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on! Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Running inside, it's Lacey. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is on its way. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Using his legs, it's Young. Might have a chance. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mobley. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The run inside. It's Walton. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Now here's Carr. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Running inside. It's Lacey. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. The defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. He's got his man. Makes the grab. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Notre Dame right back to the line. From the gun on third down, Carr. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Well, they try to fake left and go bootleg right. Really nothing happening on that one. That doesn't mean they have to shelve that play, though. There's some window dressing you can add to that. Maybe get a tight end out in the flat. Maybe a receiver working an out-breaking route for you on the boundary. Give the quarterback somewhere to go with it if the defense is expecting him to keep the football running.
Carr. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. We saw it on that last play.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Carr. Trying to escape and get it himself.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Throwing, Carr. Here's a heat. Found a six. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game.
It's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run inside. It's Walton. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And the biggest key for them on this sustained drive has been their ability running the football. And there's nothing more demoralizing to a defense when you know the other team is going to run it and you still can't stop them. And I think if
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They go right back to him. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're in the gun, third down, here's Carr. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Lacey. Across the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Snap in the shotgun. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.
Number 17, set to advance on fire.
He'll bring it out. It's Osborne. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for room. It's Walton.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Carr above the noise. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Oh, he's got a chance. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Send the tight end in motion. He wants to change this route. He'll try it again. Inside the 40.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Maybe some room here. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Walton. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Play fake, Carr. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Lets it fly. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Touchdown, Irish! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Irish punch back. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes a grab for the 2-point conversion.
Well, that's the right call to go for 2 right there because the analytics say if you get it, you now make it a 3-point game and your opponent can only tie with the field goal. If you had gone for 1, your opponent can take the lead with the kick. So nice job there getting it executed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. It's complete on the right side.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Motion from the back. They'll give to Frazier. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Shakes off the defender. On the move at the 30. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. What a grab! Just beat the coverage. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Osborne. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their 1st. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Right back to the well. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Here's the give off the left side. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll try to do it himself. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have it.
Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a 1st down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field goal unit on. Got to make sure I understand where that yard is to get to where they want to kick the field goal.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
The clock is stopped. No gain on the play.
This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. And he got it! They tied the game in the final seconds.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. A run inside. It's Lacey. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage.
Hey, kill it, kill it.
The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They strike first in the extra period. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Carr. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, third and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime. Carr to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete.